What a great name. Brother, white Canadians are in the midst of being routed. Our government is slowly disarming us, New Zealand style, and our borders have been open for most of the pandemic to illegal, maybe I shouldn't say that particular phrase, border crossers. It has been open for most of the pandemic by border crossers. I mean, can you imagine? Ms. Wojcicki, ladies and gentlemen, was just like right here. And as soon as I had said the phrase that she has deemed, and the other anti-whites have deemed off limits, the ruler would have come down like a guillotine. You know, you don't want to, when these females bristle, these anti-white females bristle, you really don't want to upset them, because they're likely to just give you an evil eye and verbally abuse you. So he says here, borders have been open for most of the pandemic to border crossers. If you have any words of hope at all, they'd be very welcome. Best wishes to all. Sort of logic. That is a tragic thing to hear, and I appreciate you coming to us and sharing this deepest emotion. You're watching your country burn to the ground, and what a heartbreaking thing for all of us. When I was in junior high school, I came to the realization, 11 years of age, I said, all that's happening here is we have the white people thinking that there is a country that we have to preserve, and certainly not all of the non-whites, but many of the non-whites, and these, as well as victim groups, both white and non-white, who are just feeding on this corpse. And that eventually there would be white people, as Christianity, as the morality of the West continued to wane, you would have white people, more and more of them, that would say, wait, the smart thing to do in this environment is not to continue to preserve this corpse, but to feed off of it ourselves. And that would be the end. That is what you're seeing in the death of Canada, just as we're seeing in the death of South Africa, New Zealand, the United States, everywhere. But there is hope, because every single day, every single minute that goes by, our people become more in tune and keen to a new message. They're rescinding their loyalty to the Canadian government, to the government of the United States, to their university alma mater, to their schools where they were trained in their trades, their colleges and the like, to these other entities, where the churches and other religious institutions, where they had put their loyalty, because they're seeing everything burn down around them. They're seeing these entities not being able to protect us against disease. They're seeing these entities radically remake our environments, where they are white erasing everything about us. That means all of these people who have for decades said, accelerate, accelerate, because if we accelerate, then people will finally get fed up. And even these wise people that have been in the white positive sphere, people like Pierce, who said they're not going to care until the stadium and the mall lights go off. Well, the stadium and the mall lights are off, but he was only half right. And we together have climbed on his shoulders with the rest of the answer. And that is, when the lights go off, they need a truth to save and protect them from what has manipulated and poisoned them over the totality of their lives. Sort of logic, here is your answer. Don't ask the question anymore. Asking the question is easy. Implementing the solution is hard. Get to implementing the solution. Tell your fellow Canadians about Going Free. Introduce them to Prometheus Rising. Spread this, and know that when you do, it's not going to stop with that person. Know that Going Free is a curative contagion. It is something that they too will then be able to spread easily. It is the exact opposite of what we had in the past, where you needed a Greg or you needed a Jared Taylor to sit on your shoulders the entire time and tell you what to say. This you can learn. This you can pass on. This, we have endless testimony of people changing their lives and passing on and giving birth and getting off the white flight path to suicide. This is making a difference. This we have evidence of people teaching their brothers or sisters or friends or family about, and then those people being able to pass it on. This is the white pill. This is the thing to get excited about. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about Jared George or any Mark Collett or any of these people as individuals. It's about saving our people. Do it now, because we're not going to have forever. This isn't a process where you can put it off to tomorrow. Make it happen now. There are examples of what you can do in this book. We have a video up on my channel where I'm changing the breaks in the video, and the I don't remember what the title of the video is, but the photograph of the thumbnail is, I think it's me changing a pair of brakes. There are many suggestions there, over several hundred suggestions of things that you can do in the service of white well-being. No more need for questions. No more need for asking what Nietzsche would do. Now is the time to implement this. It's not going to get worse. Economies are collapsing. Businesses are going under. People are losing their jobs. They're defaulting on their mortgages. The anti-whites are writing record-level legislation that is based in race. It's not going to get worse in a way that we are still going to have enough power to recapture our destiny. This is it. This is the time. So no more waiting, no more. And I know sort of logic. You're obviously not waiting. You're saying, what can we get busy with? This is what we can get busy doing. And you know who's going to be working his ass off right now is Tipsy McStagger, because he's going to have that swollen, aching knee up beside him with a big pack of ice on it. And he's going to have a tall glass of water, and the glass will be frosted, and he's going to be clipping away on the computer and posting everywhere he goes, creating bogus accounts on Facebook and all of these different places. Use a VPN. At the very top of on my banner, you will see an ad for, I think it's you'll see for like New York Times or something. Click on that, and it gives you a list of legitimate VPNs. You can find other legitimate ones. The one I use isn't even there, so I get no money out of any of the ones you click on. This isn't about making me money. You can use a VPN, create a new account under the VPN. They won't know who your computer is or who you are when you do that, and then head on out to youth scouting, sports, homemaking, cooking, all of these different Facebook groups, all of these different Instagram groups. Head out, all of these TikTok groups. Head out to these places. Find one for yourself. Specialize in Facebook. Specialize in Instagram. Specialize wherever you want, wherever it's easy for you. Learn the one format. Make yourself the accounts that you can make over and over when they ban them from the platform, every time they find them, and get to our brothers and sisters ASAP, because they're going to keep shutting me down as much as they possibly can. Wojcicki is over there with the volume button and the light dimmer as much as she can to shut me up, but she's not going to be able to shut up everybody.